C major with A minor. Okay, we'll talk about C major first, right? If you've been following the 2 lessons, you already know the chords to use, right? We're going to now put them together to form a family. The first family of C, right? C major, remember? C major, right? From the first lesson, right? Has 2 chords, which we'll name them brothers. There are 2 brothers inside C major's family. Okay, G7, which is like this: finger 3, string 5, space 3, finger 2, string 5, so 6, space 3, finger 2, string 5, space 2, and finger 1, string 1, space 1. And that will require G7 for G7, and C and G7. Now the other chord is F. You put a bar and you put your middle finger on string 3, space 2 with the bar, and then these 2 fingers on string 4 and 5 together, space 3, and that forms F. It's the only chord in the family that has a bar. F, and you go all the way down. So we know C, right? C, string 4, string 2. We know G7 now, string 6, string 6, space 3, string 4, space 2, string 1, space 1. So that's G7. String 6, space 3, string 4, space 2, and 1 here, right? G7. And the F, right? The bar, the middle finger, right, on string 3, and the other ones on string 4 and 5. And that forms a family for C major. The 3 chords used for accompaniment, easy accompaniment. So you go, and then you go G7, then F, and back to C. So you went C, G, the middle chord. All the semicolons are the middle chords, they call. And then F. Right. So G7, right? It's like the middle chord. Okay. So C major. We start with C, the main chord, the root chord, what they call, right? Then G7, then back to F, and back to C. Now I want to do the same thing for A minor. Okay, A minor, the root chord or the main chord. A, remember we talked about it in lesson 2. A minor, string 2, space 1, and then space 2, string finger 3 and 2 together, right? See them? Together on string 2, and then this is A minor. Now A minor has 2 brothers, right, in their family. D minor, finger 1, space 1, finger 3, space 3, string 2, and the middle finger on string 3, space 2, D minor. And you only play from string 4 down for this one, right? Like that, right? Right, D minor. This is D minor. Again, new chord, right? D minor. Space 1, string 1, finger 3, string 2, space 3, and the middle finger, space 2, string 3. Okay, string 2, string 2, string 3, string 1, D minor. And the other chord for the A minor, the other brother, is E7. Middle finger on space 2, string 5. And the very important finger 1 on string 3, space 1. This is the only sharp note in the whole scale of C major and A minor. E7, keep in mind that E7, when you're using E7 in accompaniment, if you're doing something like a scale or something, it's going to require you to do G sharp. Whenever you won't find it in both scales. G sharp, and this is G sharp. Sorry. G is open. Remember, we're talking about G open. You'll find in the scale. If you did the scales, you will see G, and G sharp will be this one. We haven't talked about sharps yet because I don't want to confuse more people about that from this video. So G sharp, just keep it in mind. So E7, finger 2, string 5, and finger 1, string 3, space 1, right? And you go. The whole chord, you can use all the notes when you do that. So we got them all together now. We got C major, we got G7, we got F, and we got C back, we got A minor, E7, right? D minor, and back to A. Or either way, it doesn't matter how you do the chords, okay? You can interrelate them. And that's what you do with all these chords. You put them together and you go. You mix them up and you go. Or you go. Then you can go back to F, C, G, or D minor, right? Then back to A minor or C. Anywhere you put them, they will sound like really, really good together. Okay, the harmony of them. So that's what, right, the first family looks like. C major, the root chord or the main chord, A minor, right? The main chord for A minor, right? And they have brothers, right? A minor has D minor and E7. E7. And C major has C, G7, the middle chord, right? We'll call all the sevens middle chords, and F, and C, and you put them together. Now let's try to make make it more interesting. Before they made A, B, C, D, E, F, G a scale, right? And call everything like, you know, A and B. There were words for these chords. Okay, for A minor, they used to call it La. La menor. Or A minor. La menor. Sounds more pretty than that. A La menor. La. Okay, for A minor. For D minor, they have Re menor. D minor. Re. Sounds more pretty. Re menor. Remember? Right? Finger here, and then the middle finger, Re. Right? And for the bar, right? The F, Fa mayor. Fa. Fa mayor. The bar, right? Middle finger here on string 3, space 2, and space 3, these two strings together. They squeeze them together, right? Fa mayor. For C, Do mayor. Mr. Do. Right? Do mayor. And for G7, Sol. Sol septima. Meaning 7, septima in Spanish. Sol septima. Sol septima. And Fa. Right? And then Mi mayor. Right? It's not Mi mayor, sorry. Mi. Right? Septima. You can also use your pinky here, by the way. Mi septima. Okay? Mi, E7, Mi septima. Right? Then this is Sol septima. Mi septima. So now you know these words, right? And somebody asks you, oh, can you play in Do mayor and Do? Yes, I can. You're not going to use this chord, G7 or Sol septima, or Fa, F major, right? G7 major, C major, Do mayor, Sol septima, Fa mayor, La menor, Re menor, Mi septima, menor, actually, but we'll just call it mi septima for now. Mi septima. So you say, yeah, I know how to play in C major, I know how to play in A minor scale, and you interrelate these chords together any which way you want, right? You can go. I just pick them at random, and you can make your own song out of this. If you do the scales right, and you go A, B, C, D, E, and you all the scales together, eventually the harmony will be in your ear, and you get better at it, and you can use these chords to form a song, any song you want. Now the next lesson, I'm going to put some study skills for this that I used to do when I was a little boy, 9 years old. Okay, with my father, right? You can do them together. Now, remember, again, C major, right? C major, you should know C major from lesson 1, right? A minor, right? E7, let's just go at random, G, D minor, F with a bar, remember? Back to C, whatever you want, doesn't matter. Okay, just at random, right? And you go D minor, G7, and then F, and then C, or A minor, right? D minor, E7, and then C, just at random. You can hear the harmony together. You don't hear nothing differently from a sound, right? An ugly sound, what they call like this, like, or like this, right? You hear an ugly sound, like, oh, it doesn't quite sound really good. They all sound good together. That was the A family chords. Okay, now I'm going to talk about in the next lesson, like I said, about some study skills for this. Okay, there's plenty. Once you know some scale chords, family chord, there's tons of songs out there over there. And just to make sure that people know this, once you know all these chords, right? If you have a song that is for the key of C major or the key of A minor, they will relate to each other. And if they have like some weird chords in the middle of it, you don't really need them. Just by knowing these chords, you can play anything that in C major you can possibly imagine. Anything, or anything in A minor you can possibly imagine, you can play with these chords. Okay, you don't need to know like adjacent chords and stuff like that to play an accompaniment. Really, you don't need that. People get the notion that you need like 50,000 chords to do a song. Not really. Okay, most of the songs in the world are made with 3 chords only. Okay, 3 chords. Okay, and you'll find out as time passes by with these lessons how everything moves around. Okay, I suggest you look at lesson 1 if you're looking at this for the first time. Look at lesson 1, then lesson 2, and then try this one. Okay, thank you for watching. If you can subscribe, I would appreciate it. Okay, now if you think you need more information, just let me know, and I will be happy to do another video for that. Okay, thank you for watching.